Cindy here. Before we get into our next video, our first video I talked about that I was going to go into the book of business of how to retain clients, and we realized that we have to stick to the checklist. It's a lot of information and I don't want you to get overwhelmed. That is actually for another series, so we'll talk about that later. We're going to go into our second section, which is the products and supplies. Okay, so this is where I found a lot of beauty professionals get lost in the weeds because we all love product. So here's a tip. If you can, go to your nearest trade show, and that is where you can see and sample as many products all in one place. However, when you do that, if you can get a list of all the exhibitors, usually it's on their website, or once you pay for the ticket, you get that pamphlet of the exhibitors list. I want you to go through and select only the vendors that you are interested in, because it is so easy to get lost there, and the next thing you know, you've wasted an entire day looking at products and services you weren't even interested in your own spa or salon. Okay, so if you are planning to have a business where it's eco-friendly, it's green, you want to focus on organic-based products, one of the things that I want to recommend is go through the exhibitor list and circle only those organic product lines. Then what you want to do is look on the corresponding map and put down 1, 2, 3, 4, according to their locations, because you're not wasting a lot of time. You're going from point A to point B, from point B to point C, and so on. If you are planning a spa or salon, where you're focusing on results-oriented services, more the clinical aspect of it, then again, you're going to go down the exhibitor list and circle only the ones that are clinical, pharmaceutical grade, and then visit those vendor booths. So that's the first two things. The other one is, when you're looking at these products, I don't want you to buy everything and anything. I want you to focus on, at the most, 3 services. So for example, if you do waxing, if you do facials, if you do eyelash extensions, I only want you to focus on 3 at the most. Preferably, I would want you to focus on, if you look at your clients and the majority of your clients are waxing, then I want you to focus on purchasing products and supplies for your bread and butter service, which in this case would be waxing. And the reason why is because there is always going to be some unexpected expenses that come up while you're setting up your business that you did not plan for, and you're going to need that money. Okay, so there's no sense in buying eyelash extension products when you only have 2 eyelash extension clients. So I understand that you want to keep those clients, but right now we're still in the phase of doing research and products. You haven't even opened up your place yet. Okay, so that's one of the things that I want you to focus on. Then when you go to each of the vendor booths, I want you to ask them, what you're looking for is trying to get free samples so you can try all the products. And I would recommend that you try all the products for all the different skincare in that product line, just so you can become familiar with the texture of it, the smell of it, how it feels, because there may be a product line in that you're like, oh, I'm not going to buy that acne line. That line smells horrible. So you want to make sure before you invest in a full product line, you want to try all of them. The second thing you want to ask is what their minimum order is. And the reason why is because some companies, they don't have a minimum order. So that is highly desirable, because typically by the time they require a minimum order, that's several $1,000s. It could be anywhere between $2,000 to up to $5,000 for a product line. And that is a lot, especially when you're just starting out. So try to see if you can do minimum quantities for the product line. That's highly desirable. The other one is order processing time or turnaround time. So what I mean by that is from the time that you put in your order to the time it gets to your door. I actually I don't carry so much of their line anymore. It's a major product line where I ordered it in October and they were back ordered until February. And so I kept an open communication with my customers, but that's really poor customer service. So you want to make sure that this is a company that has their turnaround time and everything run smoothly and they have it down. So that's another one. So the other one is minimum order for the product lines, what their turnaround time, where their location is. Those are the other things that I want you to focus on for product lines and supplies. For those of you who are just starting out, I do not recommend at this point private label. That is the last thing that you want to worry about because you want to just focus on just starting your business right now. You just focus on finding that one skincare line and then you can build from there. So I just talked to you about how to go about finding your products and supplies. The other thing is now I don't actually want you to buy the facial products. I want you to buy them last. And what I mean by that is after you've bought all your equipment and you're ready to get started and you're ready to open up, then buy your facial products or your products and supplies. Because if you're buying all of these things and you don't have the place yet, your location of where you're going to have your spa or salon or treatment room, you don't have your equipment, then the product supplies are just going to sit. So this is just to do research, to sample all the products, know which ones you're going to buy, which ones that you like, and then when you're finally ready to open up, you can buy the products and then you're ready to go. Okay, so the last part of the checklist talks about back bar sizes. So at this point, I want you to start reevaluating your budget. You're going to start to realize how fast the money can go just setting up your products. So one of the things I want you to be careful of is, of course, the vendor you're going to be dealing with is going to really push purchasing back bar size products. I recommend that you don't do that because especially if you are a solopreneur, because you're not going to do so many services that you're going to go through all your back bar products. They're too large and the expiration date will come sooner than you use all of your products. We do quite a bit of facials here and there's very few things that I use back bar products in. So, I want you first to go through at least a year or two before you're purchasing back bar products. So be careful with that. They're going to pressure you a lot of times to buy that because those are professional sizes. But just buy the retail sizes for when you do your back bar services. So thank you for watching and then stay tuned. Keep your eyes peeled for the next email and the next video where we're going to be talking about the location of your actual treatment room. Okay? Thanks for watching.